has no interest.
Yeah, that's the way it should
So,
be. Like, you should be able to just like unplug and, you know, live your life.
Oh yeah, and like I watched the highlights of the Hassan Ethan thing. I did not watch it because it was like 4 hours long or 4.5 hours or something.
Oh jeez.
No. Ethan could not Ethan got dog walked this entire time because Hassan tried to stay on topic the entire time. But Hassan was trying to get Ethan to understand that like G side bad, and
yeah.
And Ethan couldn't walk away from trying to get these little gotcha moments and stuff, and it didn't happen.
No.
And I just like at the end of the day, I feel like what needs to happen. Oh God, he also called his wife a terrorist.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Ethan called his own wife a terrorist. A lot happened. Like, you got to watch the highlights. Don't actually watch the 4-hour thing.
Yeah,
watch the highlights.
I don't want to sacrifice my brain cells for that. I already lose enough watching wrestling, Derek.
Oh man. Well, the highlights is like 20 minutes. It's all like all you need to see is like 20 minutes. And most of it's just Ethan crashing out essentially at the end of the day and getting dog walk because like Hassan's trying to stay on topic and then reminds him of things that he himself has done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's enough. Look, let's get to us having our own things to talk about on our own podcast where we have a lot of news this week. A lot of news. Main topic of discussion is obviously the annual post WWE releases of several wrestlers for budget cuts. The most profitable wrestling company in the entire world, and still needs to cut some people loose because they don't bench people. Derek, president of the company Nick Khan told us so that they don't bench people. No, they just fire them.
And I love how people think that's okay versus like continuing to give someone a check even though they're not on TV anymore. Come on.
Yeah, it's a capitalist clusterfuck of independent contractors being released, not being it's in the language of their contracts that they can be released at any time for, whatever reason. But still, you sign a contract with somebody, I feel like you should at least, honor the time frame of it.
And what's worse is like we could have had a wrestling union. And I just imagine how different things would be.
We can all thank Cunt Hogan for that not happening. But
yep, basically.
Yeah. First people, the beginning of the internal memos that were released was Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, Caden Carter, and Katana Chance. Those were the first names that came out. And then, surprise, surprise, we got some NXT folks. Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, Riley Osborne, Eddie Thorpe, Jakara Jackson, Gallus, Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang, Ora Mensa, and Javier Bernal, which I think some of these weren't outright releases because I think Shotzi was also on that list, but it's not that she was released. They're not renewing her contract.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a bit slightly different, but still, part of the group.
Yes, and it still hurts. So, I'm unhappy with this.
Look, I understand not using people, cutting people loose eventually, and so on. It's just surprising some of the names on here. Braun Strowman, particularly, he was getting utilized a lot, particularly against Bronson Reed. They had some great stuff going. Dude has got 15% paralyzed leg, and he's still working.
He legitimized Jacob Fatu for the audience.
Totally.
Are you kidding? How could you release this man? The only reason anyone is even watching Jacob Fatu right now is because of that match they had because that's what catapulted him up to that belt. Otherwise, he'd still be fucking Solo's lackey for like an extra month. He would still get there. I'm not saying he wouldn't. He would just take longer.
Get there. He's way too talented to be kept
down.
But,
that's why. No. But it's unfair because it's like Braun is one of those guys who's already been released once before.
Yeah.
And he's one of those where like you don't want to lose him.
He's a great utility player to have on a fucking roster. He's a giant dude that's willing to do whatever it takes to, get himself, his opponent over. He's willing to put his body on the fucking line, obviously. And, like, I'm sorry, he is a marquee attraction, too, because he's a fucking giant. The dude's a monster.
Yep. He has Riz for days, too. Like, when he came out as Santa and was and throwing out the shirts and everything, like... people were loving it. Like this dude, it's hard to boo this man.
Yeah,
that's a person you want on your roster.
Yeah,
like they basically just gave AEW a free hire there.
Like, well, I don't know about that because the last time he was released, he was bashing AEW real fucking hard, saying that he'll never go there, and he's only gonna ever be in WWE. And then he went off to that fucking bullshit Control Your Narrative promotion that was full of bunch of like anti-vaxxers and like right-wing nut jobs. But yeah, kind of gross. So I don't know if that's gonna be quite in his trajectory.
No, maybe not. Never mind. I didn't know that.
Yeah. We'll see. He may have... people grow. They change. He may have had a change of heart. But I don't see him taking a pay cut to be on some indie promotions anytime soon.
Well, he probably doesn't need the money anytime soon either. So he'll probably take a break.
Yeah, if he was smart. We'll see.
Yeah. Still, though, that's a big loss. Like a monstrous hole, Alex.
Yeah.
In the WWE roster.
Gaping void. Another surprise, Dakota Kai. I was really fucking surprised, especially all the work they did with the IC women's title tournament, like leading up to that.
Yeah, Walsh, did you watch any of those matches with Dakota or any of the other like tournament players?
A few here and there, I think. I remember Dakota Kai being good.
Yeah, she legitimized a lot of players in that tournament. She's also, like Strowman, very good at helping catapult others when needed.
And she's got a solid fan base.
Yeah. Now, mind you, like, is her in-ring work the best? No. But no one's is the best. Like, she's always getting better. I feel like she was one of those, like, staples, in my opinion, in the women's roster. That I would... almost like someone who's always maybe gonna be in the mid card, but joyously approved by the fans, because even as a heel, people fucking applauded her. Like, are you kidding me?
Solid worker. Like, she could have, like, I would say, like, I would put her at the level of like what Ziggler in WWE could reach. Like, just someone that you can always rely on, will bump their asses off, will put in a fucking circuit, and we'll still be there next week.
Yep. And don't get me wrong, she had some matches where I was like, ugh, but I never blamed it on her, though. I don't think. I think it was more like the management end. I usually always blame management. I'm always on the worker side. We know this.
Yeah. We believe in labor here.
We do. We know the proletariat. You're all closer to us than we are to them.
Yeah.
But
jeez.
God,
she'll land on her feet, though.
I know she will, and she's one of those where I feel like any promotion that picks her up it's going to be a godsend for them.
Oh yeah.
She's a great team player. I enjoyed a lot of her matches, especially with when she had to go up against Io.
Oh, dude, that and the IC tournament final with Lyra Valkyria, like that was a money fucking match.
That match was awesome, and it was funny too, because I think if we go back, my prediction was that Dakota was taking the belt.
That's what a lot of people were feeling. That's why, the internet wrestling community online definitely saw like Dakota Kai as being like, no, she should be the first one to have it. Absolutely. But apparently that's not the way they wanted to go.
Well, I feel like it's going to be not with that belt necessarily, because don't get me wrong, Valkyrie's been great as the champ. No hate, nothing like that.
Yeah, she can go in the ring, dude.
Yeah, I just feel like they kind of did Dakota dirty here, like Strowman, because these people, you need team player types, and these two are very much team player types.
Dude, and unfortunately, like, I believe she was the one who like posted on like her Twitter or whatever, like a couple days before this week, just being like, I'm not hurt, just waiting to wrestle. I miss wrestling. And then bam, here's your walking papers.
It's annoying. Like, I granted her entrance is a little weird, but
yeah.
I know her entrance though because of it being a little weird. Like, it's weird. A lot better than...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, a little weird, a lot like releasing Shayna Baszler, too.
Yeah, that's another one. I'm not going to lie to you, boys. Every single one of these, pretty much, I have issue with. Yeah.
I have the same thing with Caden Carter and Katana Chance, because they are one of the few actual, like, tag teams that they have in the women's division.
And they actually work really well together. Yeah. They use their size disadvantage to their advantage.
Yeah.
That's a rarity a lot of times in the women's tag team division when you only have like 3 tag teams.
Yeah. It's
now
really
2?
sad.
Now 2?
Yeah, they just never found like the right gimmick for them, I feel like. But Shayna, she's been a fucking monster since she debuted. They gave her like one of the best like showings ever when she eliminated everyone else in the Elimination Chamber. Sure, like the match itself was kind of slow, but like the actual like story of that is dope. Like, okay, no, Baszler's a fucking shooter that can kill you.
This one really annoys me because of the entire collective made of Fusion. She was the shining star of that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
she was the one that was the most believable to be like a monster type, like a shooter type. Like, she was going to come straight at you.
Yeah.
The last couple matches she had where she wasn't with Pure Fusion Collective, she was the shining fucking beacon in those matches. This one is weird to me. Like, if you're going to break up Pure Fusion Collective, you keep Shayna Baszler. Like,
Zoe Stark has got an awesome missile dropkick, at least.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the one who can go toe-to-toe, like I could believe go toe-to-toe with a Nia, with a Jade Cargill, it's Shayna Baszler.
Like, the one thing I will say is if anybody goes to AEW, it better be Shayna Baszler, and she better be joining Jon Moxley's Death Riders, because that is, like, too perfect of a fucking union right there.
Yeah, she would wear those green pants perfectly, too.
Yeah, and she'd be with Claudio, and they'd both be rocking fucking Warhammer-inspired gear.
That's true.
Yeah.
I hope nothing but the best for her, because
totally.
I feel like at the end of the day, it wasn't Shayna who didn't shine, like on TV. It was fucking management not giving her enough time in front of the fans and stuff,
and giving her faction a fucking terrible fucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. But yeah,
Caden, like another one. Like, come on,
dude. I had no idea that Caden Carter and Katana Chance are both in like their mid-30s. I thought they were like 20.
So did I. They look like children.
Yeah. Speaking of children, Cora Jade, huge surprise. I thought the company was like ready to fire the rocket on her and send her up to the moon, but injuries, stack up, and I guess that's one of the reasons that they let her go. No idea about the rest of the folks over in NXT. Gigi Dolan, like, she's had moments where like they seemed like they were behind her, and then like they stripped away everything else. So it's not great. It's not great.
It's really not. Like, NXT, I understand, is like that you either go up or you don't kind of deal. I get that. But a lot of these people, they put weight behind them for a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
It seems like they were gonna go somewhere with them.
Yeah, like, and the ones they kept, like, who like appear like they expect to be like bench sitters in many ways, are the ones you would expect to get released.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening here? I have to feel like some of this is fucking politics behind the scenes. I have to, just to ease my own conscience, boys.
Yeah.
I have to believe that. And Walsh, you haven't spoken much, actually. Like, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I'm not attached too much to any wrestlers because, I mean, it seems they come and go pretty much coin flip of like, all right, we're done with the main show. Who wasn't on it this? We don't need you. They're going Mick Foley on it.
Yeah, they're going full Mick Foley in our GM mode series. Absolutely. Look, I'm gonna say, I actually agree with a quote from Brian Alvarez this week on it, where I'm paraphrasing here, but post-Mania office and roster cuts are starting today in WWE, and I just want to say that this company made $40 million in ticket sales alone from Mania 2 weeks ago, and now they're doing cost cutting. Let that sink in, everybody. There's no defense for this. It's ridiculous. Like,
yeah, that can't be the reason for doing it.
No.
One of the things that has always annoyed me about this business, especially as an adult, when you get to actually look into the past and stuff, is how thankless it is for many wrestlers.
Yeah.
It's unfair. Like, is Katana Chance everyone's favorite wrestler? No, but she's somebody's.
She's somebody's, yeah.
She's somebody's. Like, it's not cool. Like, these people have families. They have mouths to feed. And in this fucking economy, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Actually, there was another one in that list I forgot. Danny Palmer from NXT.
Oh, yeah.
She was a later one, I believe.
It's going to keep happening. Don't get me wrong. That's as annoyed as it was, like, where we didn't see Ray or we didn't see Starks and stuff for a while. They were still getting paid at the end of the day. Like, was it annoying to not watch Ray Phoenix for like a fucking year and a half? Yeah. For me, it was. I love the Lucha Brothers. Like, come on.
Dude, I can't wait for them to reunite as a tag team. I'm just waiting for that day.
It's going to happen. And he's already starting to defend his brother. So, not seeing him face to face in a way, but defending him.
Especially after last week's SmackDown TLC match. Because you add the Lucha Brothers to that mix, it breaks the fucking star scale. It just does.
There's guaranteed to be blood. But it's like, at the end of the day, though, Ray got paid.
Yeah.
Still. He may not been on TV, but he got paid. He got to feed his kids. He got to feed his family. He got to pay his bills. Starks, too, as much as he bitched.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he shouldn't. Like, I would have bitched too. But he was still getting paid. So.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. And we can shit on AEW all we want, and many fans do. But at the end of the day, they at least minimally care about their wrestlers a little bit better than WWE.
Yes. I mean, like, I'm never going to defend a billionaire. It's just not in my blood. So I'm not going to, get up here and say, stand up for AEW or anything like that and how they treat people, because they have their own problems. They have a different set of problems, but they have their own problems. But we have a new promotion on the horizon that's going to be a whole new world, a whole new can of worms of problems here, because we have the reunited force of Hulk Hogan with Eric Bischoff putting together what they are calling Real American Freestyle, unscripted freestyle wrestling league. Yeah.
I forgot about this. I burned this from my fucking brain.
Yeah, Hogan has re-dyed his beard, appeared on Fox News, and announced that him and Bischoff and somebody else, I forgot the legit coach that they brought in to make this thing a thing. But yeah, it's already got about 40 people signed up, ranging from 18 to 40 years old, of real, like, American and international freestyle wrestling, like shoot wrestling, like Olympic style wrestling, is what their goal is to be streaming on TV. Who knows?
They're not. Wait, they're not gonna do. They're gonna do like, they want to do legitimate like Olympic wrestling.
Well, like like legit, like old school wrestling, like the stuff
like
that,
Greco-Roman wrestling, like where
freestyle
where
wrestling.
you see.
Yes.
Yeah, where you see it at the Olympics every so often when you're bored.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, here it is. The amateur wrestling coach that they brought in, Israel Izzy Martinez. That's who it is. They've been promoting it like the old school fucking NWO style, with Bischoff and Hogan being filmed in black and white. It's straight up mat wrestling. Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna go. Apparently Hogan is going to be the commissioner of the league, with Bischoff being the creative force. I don't see how these guys are going to be able to pull this off when they realize that they can't script the endings of this when it's supposed to be real. Yeah.
I love this line. The thing I worried about was, with these amateur wrestlers, do they have the swag? Do they know how to bring an edge to their real personality? Hogan admitted.
Yeah.
But after I met with them, they all had that Conor McGregor swag.
Yeah.
They all watch TV. They've seen the promos. They know about the branding. These kids are really, really smart. Conor McGregor swag. So bigoted swag. It just leads.
Rapist swag.
Yeah.
Convicted rapist.
Yep. How do you boys feel about convicted rapist swag? Is that the type of swag you want to watch on TV?
No. Categorically, no. That's just a handshake from Walsh. He doesn't even want to say the words.
It's a no. I mean, I feel like that's not even a question.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not even a question.
I'm just wondering if Hulk Hogan walked into a mostly vacant high school gymnasium while wrestling was going on and was like, you know what? It's because they don't have the right marketing. I got this.
Look, I'm all for like actual athletes getting a paycheck out of this, but these carny fucks are gonna screw all these people over so quick.
Yes.
It's gonna be over before you can say bankrupt 3 times in the mirror.
This has real major XFL energy.
There's a good chance of, what's that word? Fraud.
Fraud. I think it's Freud.
It's French, right?
It's that weird like binary between French and Italian where you meet in the Alps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Greek.
And then you disappear into Argentina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. For a while.
Oh God.
Oh, God. I don't. Who thought this was a good idea? Who sat there and was?
Yeah, you're right there.
I feel like there had to be someone else there that originally said this, and they stole it, because this is a bad idea.
It's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible. Like, okay, do not get me wrong. I have nothing against wrestling as a sport. Like, that shit is technical as fuck, and like they can do WWE level stuff. Kurt Angle and Gable, like, it's not like it can't happen, but it's usually they go into WWE after their wrestling career to do entertainment wrestling. Like,
yeah, Kurt Angle wasn't like, I'm gonna become a WWE star and then go for the gold at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it just freaking neck.
Yeah. Like, I feel like half of these people are gonna want to compete in the Olympics, so they're gonna be like, sorry, I can't be on the show for a fucking year because I gotta go train.
Look,
like, I don't see this going well for them logistically, and when you can't do something very well logistically, logistics is everything, boys.
Yeah.
Whether it comes to war or whether it comes to even a YouTube channel, logistics is everything.
Look, let's not gloss over the fact that this is now like Hogan's third independent venture in the wrestling, because I'm not talking about TNA. 2008 was Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Championship Wrestling that aired on CMT, which also had Bischoff, starring such stellar names as Frank Stallone, Dustin Diamond, Danny Bonaducci, Todd Bridges, Dennis Rodman. Yeah,
That's a standout.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Wait, what year was this again? What
this
year
was 2008. Yes.
Okay, this is pre North Korea, boys. Okay, this is pre North Korea for Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? That might actually need to be bleeped, no matter how long into this we are, because that word might flag us. Actually,
and then of course we had the following year, was it? Yeah, following year founding MCW Wrestling with Hulk Hogan. That was Micro Championship Wrestling, which was a wrestling league of just little people. This aired on True TV in 2011.
that is so bigoted.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, they deserve to wrestle too. I'm not saying they don't, but calling it the Micro Championship Wrestling, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. I didn't know about that one. That one astounds, but also doesn't actually at the same time.
How can we be right on the fence offensive?
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna blow your mind here a little bit. Since severing the ties with Hogan, Micro Wrestling Championship, still around to this day. They're based out of Tampa, Florida. No surprise. But now it's like Extreme Dwarfinators Wrestling.
But they named it themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that then. They're allowed to name it whatever the hell they want if they're the ones who named it. Like, that's on them. But I feel like there's some bigotry, some prejudice that was in the original name.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, a little bit.
maybe, yeah. General admission for those tickets to these shows is like $25. So, they're touring. You can see them.
If any of you have ever gone Night Shifters, and remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Any of you who are new here, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, like, have you gone to one of these? Let us know how it is. I remember there being something up here in Illinois before. There might still be, but I've never gone. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. No. Also, there's another small-time promotion that tours occasionally that I definitely want to check out. It's actually, it might be based out of Las Vegas. But it's basically, those dinosaur suits that you see at like Universal or other places where it's somebody it's a Velociraptor. Yeah, they have a fight. They have a championship league where they fight in the ring. Like, there's I believe a T-Rex, a couple of Velociraptors, maybe a Triceratops. I'm gonna have to double check that real quick here.
Boys, we've been doing this for like 76, 77 episodes now.
Yeah,
we've only just now started talking about this.
I'm looking for tickets right now.
Yeah, it's Jurassic Fight Night. They don't have any
upcoming events.
Yeah. Let me see. When are these guys around? Doesn't say. But yeah, no, I've seen a couple of clips of them. They're fucking great. We got Blue Lightning, Velociraptor, Roddy Raptor, the Indotaker, Steve the Spine Crusher Spinosaurus, Harry the Hammer, Utah Raptor, Timmy the Tank Triceratops, Rex the Carnivore King, and Stiggy the Skull Basher Stimaglock. Is that how you say that?
Stygimalock?
Yeah. But yeah, no, Jurassic Fight Night. I've seen clips of their stuff online. They're fucking great.
Okay. All right. We need to get in contact with these people. They need new announcers. They need us as announcers. I will announce every fight. I will. Oh my God! Just let me be a part of this.
Yeah, I think they're they're based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay.
Move to Chicago. move to Chicagoland and do it out here. You'll get way more people that are willing to watch this. I mean, I tell you.
Think of how hot it is in that suit in Arizona. You wear that thing in a Chicago winter, you're gonna be like, this is nice and cozy.
Yeah, I can go in that extra 30 minutes. Easy.
Not only that, like all of our buildings have way better temperature control.
Yeah, our AC doesn't crap out in the heat of July.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh God.
I want to do this. Let me be a part of this. Get in touch with us, please. Jurassic Fight Night people.
Yeah. I'm all about it. I've been dying to go to this for years, and I've never been able to find tickets. But
I've had no idea. I'm sorry, Alex.
Idea?
I am dumbfounded and happy.
A little heartbroken that you didn't know it existed till now.
I would have gone to this already had I known this was a thing.
Yeah, it rules, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to start our own club. But we get real dinosaurs, boys.
I mean, we've already cloned the dire wolves. We've got the woolly mammoth DNA in the mice. There's progress. It's incremental progress, Derek. It doesn't happen overnight. We are not John Hammond with an infinite budget, cutting corners left and right.
I wouldn't say I don't know.
And saying damn to the ethics.
I'm proud of what has been achieved with these wolves. I just don't know if you can legitimately call them dire wolves.
It's a step.
But all right, if we're throwing ethics out the window, don't you want to know who wins, woolly mammoth or dire wolf? Because a dire wolf, yes, is scary, but it's a pack hunter against a woolly mammoth, which is, made to defend itself against a pack. So how's that going to go? We need to know.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's a single woolly mammoth and a single dire wolf, the mammoth takes it every time.
Okay, I have a question, because the viral question going around is 100 men versus one gorilla. So how many men to take down a woolly mammoth? No tools, no weapons.
Ooh, oh, that changes things. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if we're talking about primitive people, they did take on woolly mammoth. Very smartly too. We were conniving back then.
Yeah. No. Like we're talking modern day humans from like the Rust Belt.
Oh, from the Rust Belt? So like not people in shape.
No, grabbed at random.
Oh,
I'm going to say about 6,000, because after about 5,900 people, that mammoth is going to be exhausted and just collapse. Then you got another 100 people to kind of try and beat it to death.
Okay, so we're on the exact same wavelength with this, because my first thought is like our initial actual instinct is to wear the creature out. Like they can sprint, but we can keep up and just keep going.
Yeah,
until they tire out, and then we overcome them. That was a style how we hunted.
Yep.
So I had the same approach, was how many people had to die before someone could finally actually get it because it's too tired.
Yeah.
And Walsh, I think you're lowballing the number. I think you're giving us too much credit. I feel like this is like a 10 to 20K kind of deal. I feel like.
Go with this though. Just the physics of it. A woolly mammoth is mostly going to be using its tusks to, murder us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moving that giant head around exerts a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Do it 1,000 times. There's no way. Few thousand times, he is going to collapse to the ground.
Well, okay, so is it actually going to be all deaths? Because I feel like it's going to be able to just cripple us enough to where we can't keep fighting.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of maimed individuals who just get stopped once, and they break both their legs, and they're not moving, they're not getting back up.
They're getting trampled by the other thousands of people attacking the mammoth, so they're dead either way.
Yeah.
I feel like if we all just stopped caring about bite force and the pain from it, yes, we could definitely overcome this thing pretty easily. It'd be about 3,000 of us, but I feel like it's closer to 10K. I feel like this thing could take on probably about 5K, but then it's gonna take about on another 5K of just standing still killing.
Okay,
and
what would be your team of the like smallest number of people to take out a woolly mammoth?
Smallest number, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because in my head,
No
I'm
weapons
thinking,
and
like,
stuff still, right?
Yeah, like I'm thinking like just raw like aggression and viciousness. I'm thinking like, you know, the 96 Detroit Pistons, you know, because those fuckers were mean as fuck. Like they could take on a lot of punishment.
I know one. I know a singular person who I think could do this.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't say who I'm thinking, he's wrong.
I want to hear who you. No, I got to say it first because then I need to know if I'm wrong. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I think Bear Grylls could take on a single woolly mammoth.
Bear Grylls? Really?
Mm-hmm. Because he would literally not engage it. He would just eat its dung. Just eat its shit and just wait for it to starve out.
I would have picked that dude from River Monsters over him.
You can guess the right answer with one clue.
Okay.
Roundhouse kick.
Oh God, Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could he not take down a woolly mammoth?
I think
the only way he doesn't kill it is if he becomes best friends with it.
Okay. I have an alternative for the more manly man than Chuck Norris. Don Fry. You remember Don Fry back in the day wearing those America trunks, fighting in Japan, just smashing the shit out of his own face with another dude's fist and still winning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. I know who else could win. I know who else could win.
Viltrumite mustache, even. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's
very on brand.
Yeah.
Title card. Don't do it. Don't you do it, Editing Derek. This is the podcast.
Editing Derek,
this is different.
You do it.
We got away with it before, actually.
Yeah.
We got away with it because it was too short of a clip for them to notice.
Yeah, we got lucky there.
We did get lucky there. No, but I feel like Jean-Claude Van Damme could also take on a woolly mammoth.
That's a good.
Because all he would have to, all he'd have to do is slide on
legs on the tusks.
Oh, that's even better than what I was about to say. God damn it! Oh, it's so much better than what I was gonna say. Because all I was gonna say is he's gonna like slide underneath, do the splits, nut punch, and then finish the slide. Because one of the things they didn't do right, I think, with Street Fighter was, or not Street Fighter, or with Mortal Kombat was not hire Jean-Claude Van Damme to play the character that was made as a mockery of him.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
You want the horrible answer for Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
Yes.
No one sees the fight, but the woolly mammoth comes out meek and mild with a couple black eyes, and Jean-Claude Van Damme like, keep up.
Do you boys remember that commercial where he did the splits standing in between the two box trucks?
Yes, absolutely. It's ingrained in my brain. I love that commercial.
That is literally what came to mind when you said do the splits with the tusks. I feel like it would go to gore him, and he would jump in between them and get his feet on either side and just be like this, staring the freaking thing down, and it would kneel and release him and stay kneeled as he steps off.
Oh, ooh. Alternatively, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, he would kill that thing.
He would kill that thing. He would skin it and wear it to his next fucking rally.
He'd wear the pelt of that one as he hunted for another one. Like, no, we only made one. He's like, oh, I'll find another one.
He'd hunt them to extinction. Doesn't matter how many they make.
That motherfucker would have literally brought an elephant gun and said, nah, and would have pulled out his knife and been like, this is more than enough.
This is a fair fight now.
Yep. Man, was that dude was a man.
Yeah.
That was a man.
Dude.
And he started his own party when he got pissed off at the Republicans. So he was like, dude, we're making a moose party.
Yeah.
And it did good, and he won.
Because it's Teddy fucking Roosevelt.
And then he went right back with the Republicans after winning. But he
yeah,
proved his point.
He
was like, you need me more than I need you.
Oh, God. All right. Should we get
What
into
a
like
man.
some like wrestling of this week? Because we
After
had.
talking about Teddy Roosevelt, or are you kidding?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we can only go down from there, right?
Well, I mean, we can talk about how Abraham Lincoln supposedly wrestled like 300 men, one after the other.
I mean, he was aside from like I think one of his early wrestling matches was undefeated.
He was undefeated, yeah.
Yeah.
And part of it's because of those matches that he did one after the other. It was like 30 or some crap. It was some crazy number.
It's because he was a beast of a man. He was built like Braun Strowman.
Oh, imagine a world where Braun Strowman became president, man, with a top hat and everything.
Now, dude, imagine a world where Braun Strowman portrays Abraham Lincoln in a biopic about his life as a wrestler.
Live action Invincible Boys, he plays Immortal. Which then he is also Abraham Lincoln. Title card. Don't you fucking do it.
If you put Immortal up there, I think we'll be fine.
Does he have his own title card? He needs
No,
one.
he doesn't. He doesn't. That's because he gets fucking dog walked over the course of the series repeatedly.
Over and over.
God, especially in season 3.
Oh,
like, it's not even I shouldn't even say it's a dog walk. It's more of a mercy kill at that point, man.
Legitimately,
It's a mercy kill. Yeah, like, goddamn.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Right off the bat, we got Raw with Sami Zayn dealing with Seth Rollins and whatever they're calling the new group with him and Paul Heyman and Brock. Fucking probably the highlight for me was this like story throughout the show.
Yeah.
Because God, the way that Braun acted in this moment throughout the night totally fucking worked. Like Sami Zayn calling him out and him not backing down and just getting like, okay, you're asking for this. You do not realize what you are asking for, and just hitting it. I mean, I get Sami Zayn. I totally buy into him having a world championship sometime in the future. You know,
yeah.
He deserves it.
Oh yeah.
Like more than most people. But just him being positioned in this moment of like the babyface trait of like not backing down, calling out what he sees as wrong, rightfully so, and getting a beating for standing up for his beliefs is kind of perfect, actually.
Yeah, this was like the best part of Raw this week was this storyline. I think Paul Heyman needs a lot of credit for this too.
Yes.
Because when he came to talk to Sammy one-on-one, it was like old Paul Heyman again. This wasn't like wise man necessarily Paul Heyman. This was like old school conniving Paul Heyman, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, ever since
because he was,
I would say the roast of WrestleMania that they had, it's no longer been Paul Heyman. He has reverted to Paul Lee Dangerous.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has this way of like he was trying to scare Sammy that entire time, like fear him into just walking away.
Yeah.
And obviously it didn't work on Sammy, but I feel like that would work on a lot of other wrestlers.
Totally. Especially ones that aren't like been within the same sphere as Paul Heyman, like in the past previous years. Like if he did this to like an Austin Theory, it would have worked like gangbusters. He would have like had him out the door immediately. Also loved the storyline of what they laid out of like, here's the temptation, Sammy. Like you walk away, you go to SmackDown, you get the next title opportunity against whoever wins, Randy or Cena. Like I feel like that is like the perfect thing to tempt Sami Zayn with, because that is like something that would be like enough for him to like give up, or at least tempt him, make you believe that he would do it, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I think Walsh can back me up on that. If your entrance music is ska, it's almost expected of you to have morals and ethics to some degree.
Like you and your mob tactics.
Yeah, like
Do you not hear the horns?
Yeah, what is the meme about ska music? It's what an 11-year-old hears in their head when they see the mozzarella sticks they ordered being delivered to the table.
Yep.
And that's
Oh my God.
it's too pure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you boys. Every time, even when I make my sticks, 11-year-old me hears less than Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get that childish joy in you.
Yeah. I hear Goldfinger every time.
Yep. I feel like this would work on someone who's not quite the baby.
Yeah.
I think Sammy has always, even when he's been more towards a heel, he's always kind of been a baby face. It's hard to not cheer him on.
Yeah, the only way he's a heel is when he's like full-blown delusional heel, when he's talking about like conspiracy theories and like that, where you're just like, Sammy, I don't want to boo you, but you're just completely wrong. You're in your own world there.
Like, where'd you go, brother?
Also, gotta say, like, them turning that into the main event with Sammy facing down with Seth, and when he hits the rejection, there is that shot and the immediate music hit of Braun Breaker, like, coming out like, okay, now you're dead, motherfucker. Now you're dead.
They're treating him like a dog on a leash the entire episode, and then we get to this point, and it's like they didn't let the leash go.
No.
Like he snapped the leash.
He broke it. That was solid steel too. Like, he was not.
Dude.
I will say
He ran.
Yeah. Like, I really hope they do something in the future, because I don't like seeing Braun in the suit, unless sometime in the future it's revealed to be a tearaway suit and he's wearing his wrestling gear underneath, just ready to go.
It's got the little snaps going up.
Yeah. Just whoosh, he just rips it off in one motion. Yeah, like Bruce Almighty style.
Bruce Almighty, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I would love that. I would. That'd be hilarious. But I honestly, after seeing him in the suit with the cowboy hat the other day, like a week or so ago at that pre-show event, seeing him in the suit without the cowboy hat is more jarring.
Oh yeah. It's terrible. It doesn't work. It's bad. I don't like it.
It already looked bad with the hat too. Like, I'm not saying it looked good. It's just that was less weird.
It's such a strange like aesthetic choice for him. It doesn't make sense. It don't work.
God, and sometimes you forget he's a goddamn Steiner, you know?
And then it reminds you.
and then he comes out and reminds you why he's Steiner. Yes. Like, when he does promos and stuff, like, he's too eloquent sometimes, even through his rage. Like, you forget he's a Steiner sometimes, man.
Yeah, he needs a bit more like unfettered babbling energy in his promos, where it's just like he's barely able to get the words out fast enough, like, because his body can't keep up with the rage, you know?
Like his legs in the ring when he starts running, like his legs could go more fast if given the like more time.
Yeah, he would break.
Why he
physics.
runs around the ring?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
God, he's a blur when he goes around it too. That's terrifying. Like, I don't know how, even knowing that spot is going to happen to you, like you fully know, like beforehand, you know this is happening. Yeah. You're ready for it, and then you see it, and you're like, oh no, what do I do again?
God,
I swear to God, that's why I Show Speed didn't take the spear right, because
he couldn't keep up. He didn't know.
I feel like it was too fast, and when actually having to see it in person coming at you is actually so terrifying, you forget what to do.
Yeah, you're telling yourself, don't panic, and that voice in your brain goes, this is a perfect time to panic.
What happens is your body has the immediate primal reaction of like, oh no, I'm dying, and the only thing you can do is void your bowels.
Yep. Maybe it's a defense mechanism, boys.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna make this wild animal stop chasing me, please.
Yeah, the main event itself with these two was fucking awesome. I loved the action between Seth and Braun and Sammy, and like kind of like Seth doing this thing on the outside, giving Braun the signal to just end it. And then when they're trying to like stop Braun from actually murdering him, and Seth's like, he's learned his lesson. Okay, stomp. I'm gonna kill him now. Like, just to cement it, put the last nail in it. Perfect.
Oh, dude.
No notes.
I feel like if you need someone to be a thorn in the side of this new group consistently, Sami Zayn is the perfect choice. Not because he has personal past with Seth.
Yeah.
He has grievances in his time of having to go up against Breaker.
Yeah.
He's proven time and time again that if you give him enough time in the match, he will eventually overcome you.
It's like how you described him perfectly before. He's a zombie. Like, you have to completely destroy the brain to keep Sami Zayn down.
If you don't do this quick, you are the one that's running out of energy, not him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just has to keep his pace going and just stay awake long enough to beat you. That's it.
Dude, I am looking forward to the match with Braun and Sammy, where Sammy gets Braun up for the top rope brainbuster when he just drops people on their fucking heads on the turnbuckle. That's going to hit like crack, because I know Braun's going to get right back up and just spear him into the other turnbuckle afterwards.
Dude, of course. Of course. Those two work really well together because Sammy sells the spear so freaking well.
Mm-hmm.
Their matches during the IC title run and all that, was that like 4 or 5 months ago now? Those were great freaking matches.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy's the perfect babyface, you know? He's got that, like, underdog aura about him, but then he also has that ability to pull, like, some crazy shit out of his back pocket to be like, oh, no, he can win this.
Which is why, eventually, I do see either the heavyweight title on him or the other one. My brain, no work.
Yeah, the Undisputed.
Undisputed, thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of the World Heavyweight, we've got the next first defense for Jey Uso being motherfucking scum shit of the earth, Logan Paul.
Okay.
This is the IWC's worst nightmare.
So I feel like this is a management call where Logan Paul has said, hey, you guys, I have a juicy contract with you with Prime where if you back out or anything or don't let me do some of the things I want, I get to take more money away from you than you're taking from me.
Yeah.
So they're giving him a world heavyweight title chance, even though he hasn't earned it, and B, doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And C, shouldn't even be in wrestling to begin with. And more.
Yeah.
How about them text messages coming out, Logan Paul? How about them text messages coming out, brother?
Yeah.
May I recommend for Logan Paul to join Hulk Hogan's wrestling?
Yes.
thing?
Yeah. Put him in a real like freestyle wrestling match. I'd love to see that. Put him up against an Olympian like Gable Stevenson or some other piece of shit.
And it would make sense too with his history of scamming people allegedly. That feels like a big scam too, so you might as well go over there.
The disdain on that allegedly.
Hulk Hogan Wrestling, brought to you by Prime.
No, it's brought to you by Real American Beer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
God,
Mixed with Prime.
Those commercials are nightmare fuel,
So
dude.
bad.
It's all terrible.
I that's piss water. Like that's like actual. I know people used to make the joke about like Miller Lite piss water. That's literal piss mixed with water.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. What's that?
Less disdain. Disdain.
What's that horribly polluted river in Egypt? The Holy River? That's what that is. That's where they get it from. The one where like the foam just appears because there's so much pollution in it.
Just lap it up.
Yeah.
Just lap it up. The bubbles means you're clean, boys.
Yeah.
The bubbles means you're clean. That's what it means when I shower.
Oh God. Jeez.
Scum.
But other surprising highlight was Pat McAfee cutting the promo of his fucking life on this show.
Boys,
Yeah.
my boy is gonna beat Gunther. I'm telling you right now.
I want Gunther to murder him. I just want it to happen. It's gonna be great.
No, the best thing that can happen is we're gonna get Joe Tessitore as an announcer for many weeks while Pat is hurt.
All right. You gotta hear me out, boys. You gotta hear me out.
Yeah.
I am normally very anti Pat McAfee. We know this.
Yes.
I love to make fun of my boy. I do. But the man has gone to so many shows over the and wasn't given any credit with his own name, right? He was just called one of the Colts boys, basically, because he was on the Colts at the time.
Yep.
So my boy not only cut the promo of his life, but he also took a real fucking chokehold. Not a fake one, a real one. My boy is on his anime fucking protagonist arc right now. He's about to get his ass beat and then come back and fucking whoop it.
Oh, so he's going Super Saiyan for the first time against Gunther.
He almost made it there that initial time. When you look at his face, that wasn't Pat McAfee, boys.
No.
That was his inner relatives from the past, the ones that fought wars and
Matt
faced
McAfee.
mountains. Yeah. And whose eyebrows they had full control of when they portaled in and out of the dimensions.
All he needs is to go underneath the ring and find his football to kick into Gunther's face, and he's got it sold.
Yep. I feel like we are on our Pat McAfee anime protagonist arc right now. We're about to see him get his butt whooped, yes, but our boy's gonna win. He's gonna win.
God, Backlash is
you wanna know
shaping up to
why?
be trash.
You want to know why I know he's gonna win, boys?
Yeah.
The power of friendship.
No, the reason if he wins that the reason will be because Gunther has been wanting some time off and they need a reason for it.
Pat McAfee goes God mode.
Yeah.
He just turns on creative mode.
Yeah. Just flies up in the air and hovers.
Legit though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think, jokes aside, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but Pat McAfee is gonna win this, and the reason why is because you're gonna get someone who normally doesn't like to break the rules, that's gonna break the rules to help out his boy.
Oh, because he's loyal till he's in the soil to Michael Cole. Yeah.
Yup. I believe Michael Cole is gonna do something that no one expected of him. He is gonna jump in there and he is gonna interrupt this match to help give holy hell to Gunther.
Is he gonna rip his suit off and have his onesie ready to go?
Yeah, unitard ready to go. Oh, what if while Gunther goes for the pin, he goes to the ringside and puts Pat's foot on the rope, and Gunther sees it and just decides that he's gonna murder Michael Cole in that moment, and that's why he loses, because Pat gets a sneaky pin on him.
Oh, what if this is Pat's like actual Super Saiyan moment, like Walsh had said earlier? What if Gunther is Frieza and Krillin is Cole,
And
he murders Cole because Cole tries to help, and Pat, just something in him awakens.
he powers up. He doesn't even go like Goku on Frieza. He goes Gohan, who like somehow just like shoots up in power for no reason.
His tail's gonna instantly grow back. The moon will show.
Yeah.
His eyebrows will be in position.
He's gonna rip off his whatever like button-down shirt he was wrestling in and to reveal Colt's jersey.
Yep. A football perfectly placed. The laces in. Sorry, laces out. Out.
Laces out. Oh,
Laces
God.
out. Not in.
Yeah. Look.
They were in. They were in.
They're little footballs.
Yeah. Oh, God. There was some other stuff on the show to talk about, but it's whatever. It's there's nothing bad, but you know, there's another disqualification with Rhea and Roxanne Perez because. But hey, we're probably getting a tag team match with Rhea and Io on one side and Julia and Roxanne on the other, and that'll be fucking dope. At least that'll probably have like a real finish. War Raiders versus Judgment Day. Highlight of this was New Day on commentary, and Woods just calling Ivar fat for like 5 minutes. That was the whole thing.
Just the whole time. Just the whole time.
Yeah.
Judgment Day looked good. Finn and JD McDonough looked there though.
Yeah. No.
JD back to taking nasty hits right away. So
Yeah, no time off for him. He's gonna get injured immediately. I love it. He's willing to put his body on the line. Give it to him.
Dude, straight up toddler energy, brother. Like the dude just doesn't. He just gives it his all.
Yeah, they are like his opponents are actively trying to prevent JD from killing himself. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, it's like Death Note, but he keeps writing his own name, and everybody's actively trying to stop it.
Yeah. Also, we had surprise, Becky coming out to address the fans, and Lyra Valkyria completely changing the narrative of like, oh, it's not gonna be a fucking mystery. I'm the one who took out Bailey. Ha ha ha, fucking ha. Actually, prime for Becky. Good showing for Lyra. Not like terrible build for these two. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I was for it. I like that we didn't have the whole murder mystery thing, like she said, because there's no point. She might as well just say it.
Yeah,
because we all knew it. Like, it was the only way this actually worked once we saw her heel turn. Like, okay, she was the one who actually took out Bailey. But Valkyria coming out and being like, you know what, you're not my hero anymore. I can beat you. It slapped. It slapped. I don't know how she can run in those freaking like platform fucking boots though, man. Those things look like they weigh like 30 pounds each.
Dude, no idea.
Practice.
Yep.
Training weights, that's what they are. They keep her on the ground.
You just gotta remember to lift your feet a little bit higher every step. It's a little bit higher so you don't trip, because I would trip.
Oh yeah, dude. Lifting higher, Stephanie Vaquer, Ivy Nile, both of them. Good showing for both of them. Stephanie Vaquer, it's a ticking clock to when she moves up to the main roster full time now. It just is.
Yeah, they're giving her this much screen time. Like she's coming up to the main roster sooner rather than later.
Someone in that list earlier was let go to make room for her to come up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You know who's going to be real sad about that?
Booker T. Yeah, Gooner T, as we refer to him on NXT.
Yeah, Gooner T.
Oh.
Because he goons to completion.
Well, he's also ordering his chicken parmesan on DoorDash mid-show.
My boy.
All right.
That extra cheese.
This match was good, though. I think Ivy showed really well in this match. Actually.
Oh, yeah.
I was really happy for her because we had some real downer matches with her in like last month and all that. And I not anything against her as a wrestler or anything like that. I feel like it was just she had never wrestled this other person before, and they were kind of learning each other.
Yeah, she just needs more time on TV, and I think she'll be doing hella better.
Yeah, but it was a great match though for both of them.
Yeah, nothing to take away from either one of them. But I want to shift gears, and because I gotta talk about this opening match on AEW Dynamite, where it was Okada, the Bucks, and Ricochet taking on Mark Briscoe, Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and by God, Kenny Omega. This was the most PWG coded wrestling match from AEW in history. Like, this was comedy, high spots, fast-paced action, just a fucking breathless, like, fucking almost 30-minute sprint with these 8 dudes. And it fucking ruled. My God. I know this style of wrestling isn't for everybody, but no, this is for me. I'll fucking watch this kind of shit all day long. This was awesome. There was so many fucking moments. There was the great, like, playing to the crowd with Matt Jackson. Like, people kept handing Kenny's arm to him so he could do a fucking arm breaker on the ropes. He's got his face to the crowd the entire time, never checking, and then they subvert it by throwing Ricochet's arm in there, and he's just going to town, and everybody on the outside's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he reaches up and he realizes, oh, that's a bald head. That's not Kenny. Yeah, but just...
Yeah, this match...
Yeah, like, it was a great showing for literally everybody in the match. Like, you've got the legends, like, you know, the Bucks, Okada, and Kenny in there. You've got the favorites, like Briscoe. You've got the, you know, new to the company, but been around the block like Ricochet. And then you've got Kevin Knight, brand new signing, looking like $1 million. Same thing with Speedball. My God, people love Speedball. Mike Bailey, rightfully so, because he's awesome.
Dude, I've been following him since before he signed AEW. Like, I love Speedball. He like, if you don't follow him on social media, I highly recommend it. All of you.
Yeah.
He's been posting matches and stuff for years on his social media, and the dude puts in the work, man.
Yeah.
He looks great doing it, and him teaming up with Knight makes sense. Like, these two pair really well. God, they are going to be the future, I believe, of AEW in the next few years. Maybe
Dude,
5, maybe 6.
The fucking spot where Kevin Knight is in the ring, Speedball gets, I completely forgot who it was, on top of his shoulders, and from a vertical leap, drop kicks him off of his shoulders to the outside. Was
Dude,
awe-inspiring. The vertical on Kevin Knight is insane. That dude is barely contained by gravity.
I remember that jump he did over the rope, like, was it 2 or 3 weeks ago now?
Mm-hmm.
And he literally had like 5 seconds of hang time where he just sat in the air.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. He was just like hovering there like a UFO, and everybody was like waiting to catch him. And he was like, not yet. No, not yet. I'll be down there in a second. Wait for me.
Yeah, like the dude gets as much air under his own physical power that like Javon Evans needs from like a springboard to be launched. Like, he just does it. It's insane. I love it.
He gets more vertical air than what's his face did going and sliding under the ring years back.
Titus O'Neil.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. No, just
the
pure
horizontal
wrestling joy. The horizontal
Dude.
momentum.
Yep. He gets the same amount of vertical momentum from a standstill. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Also, fun little squash match for the Ops with a returning Nick Camarado, Rhett Titus, and Miles Hawkins. Just some guys really just setting some things up for Samoa Joe versus Moxley with the... God, I kind of love the idea of, like, no, Samoa Joe's got Moxley's number, but it's a ploy so Claudio can just drop Shibata stomach first onto that chair. Only to set up but a fucking steel cage between Samoa Joe and Jon Moxley, which is gonna fucking rule. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna bleed a lot.
Okay, so remember how we were all like, why didn't we think of this sooner when Hobbs joined the Ops?
Mm-hmm.
This match, I know it was a squash, but this just further proved it.
Yep.
Like,
Dude.
God damn. I know that freaking Joe was watching on with glee, but we all were watching on with glee as Hobbs just tore through. Like, my God.
Like, I know I've said it before, but nobody since Arn Anderson has done a spine buster as good as Will Hobbs.
Dude, his looks so mean. Okay, a lot of people who do spine busters usually, like, it looks like it might hurt a little bit. Hobbs looks like it would literally paralyze you if you let him do it, like, all the way.
If
like,
they let him do it, it looks like he would put them through the ring.
Yes. It's terrifying.
Oh, man.
I love it. But I think we said this before, but I feel like Samoa Joe is the one that's going to be the one to take down Mox.
Look, we'll get to that a little bit later because there was some other stuff that happened in the show.
Yeah.
We had Championship Eliminator, Timeless Tony Storm coming out versus Mio. I'm going to fuck up your name. I'm sorry. Yamasha? Is that how you say it? I know it's not Yamashita. I know that's not how it's pronounced. I know it's different, but I'm going to fuck it up. Either way, fucking blast. Just the fucking kicks in this shit was insane.
Is it Yamashita?
Yes, it's Yamashita. Thank you.
That's how it...
Yeah.
I was literally trying to think of it. I'm like, I know how to say this because this match was great. But when I first saw the name, I started laughing. I'm like, please don't say that. That's how that's said.
No.
And then they didn't. And I was like, okay, I got to remember that.
Yeah, but dude, fucking ruled. Those kicks that she has were fucking insane. Unfortunately, like I feel like not a lot of people are familiar with her prior to come into AEW. They're not familiar with her work, over in Japan. So they didn't have like the right presentation for her here for people to understand. No, she is just one of those people that will ether you with her legs. And I feel like that could have helped a little bit, so people could have anticipated a little bit more of what she was going to do. But it's a hell of a showing regardless.
Well, I was going to say, if you're walking into an area where they don't know, you might as well be as hard hitting as you can. Like, like this match was no different. So
yeah. Also, great moment with Toni Storm gets the win. Mercedes Moné comes out because she's in the final for the Owen, and she's like, I'm gonna fucking take that. People like in your back of your brain, right? Well, wait a minute. What about Jamie Hayter? And then Jamie Hayter shows up to fucking record. She takes off. Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Toni Storm dancing in the ring to Jamie Hayter's music, just like she's at a fucking rave. Awesome.
Oh man, I love the women's division in AEW. It is just a hype.
Yeah, dude, it's such a hype. So is
here we go.
Hurt Syndicate making their appearance, beating up a bunch of fucking local talent backstage just because they were hyping them up. You're like, no, that's what we do. We hurt people, so we're just gonna wreck you guys for no reason.
Yep.
Then we got the wonderful, hey, we're gonna do the vote for MJF joining the Hurt Syndicate, and what they've been doing with the Hurt Syndicate and MJF should bring so much shame to WWE for not getting what these guys should be doing and how you should be treating them, because this is so goddamn entertaining. This is one of the best things week to week that AEW is doing, hands down, easily.
Oh god, yeah. I feel like when you're like kind of pairing up MJF with them, who's already good on the mic, whereas some people might not know that Bobby doesn't like have to be that type to be good on the mic.
No.
And seeing how he can be great in his own way is really nice, because he was not allowed to talk that much at WWE. So it's nice when he gets to do it here in his own way, because that man's terrifying.
Yeah.
When he tells you if you're gonna join, you need to hurt people first, you believe him. Like, you believe him.
Dude, the continuous steps of MJF not realizing that he is making a mistake and he keeps doubling down on it in front of Bobby Lashley is wonderful, because in your brain you're just going, Max, he's gonna kill you. Stop. Max, he's gonna kill you. Max, he's gonna kill you. Stop doing that. And then he just like palms his face. Love it.
God, the first time he called him Bob, I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
That's okay. I see how this is gonna go. He called him Bob. That's not, you don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't do that. He's not your unk.
No.
You don't do that.
Yeah. Who do you got money on for MJF actually hurting somebody in order to join the Hurt Syndicate?
So I feel like he's gonna pick like someone that normally you wouldn't want to pick to try and hurt. I feel like he's gonna accidentally pick Hangman Adam Page, because he's gonna try and get this done quick, and that's gonna be the first one he sees.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude. Speaking of Hangman, the main event, Owen final, Hangman versus Fletcher. Holy shit! Inject this kind of shit into my veins. This match fucking rules. Every time Fletcher shows up in the ring, he gets a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better, and he is just becoming a force of fucking nature. But unfortunately, he's going up against Hangman Adam Page, who is, my god, a murderer.
Yeah. You're dealing with a man who maybe not always CTE related, maybe more kayfabe related, but is a little mentally unstable.
Yeah. Although, God, when the crowd was cheering for him at the end, we saw something that we haven't seen in a long time. We saw a fucking smile on Hangman's face.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. And okay. You know what? I didn't pay attention. Which one did he exit out of? See that?
No, he came out the face tunnel.
Okay, he did. Okay.
I don't. He did, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I couldn't remember, but I feel like we are inevitably going to go down a where Paige and Strickland start working together.
Oh god, that's gonna hit like crack,
dude. And
but
not to step away from this match, because this match did. I mean, you add the Don Callis family into anything, and it's gonna.
Yeah, they've done good work.
But Fletcher, especially, again, he's another one of those future of the future of wrestling in general too, I should say.
Absolutely, but this is what I alluded to earlier. I think Hangman's the one to take it off of Mox.
You think? Okay, yeah. I could also see that too, though. It logistically would make sense, because that would be a way to tie in Strickland working with Paige sooner rather than later. So I could definitely see that,
because Strickland says he's coming back for the title. Samoa Joe's going for it. Hangman's got the opportunity from winning the Owen. Sorry.
Yeah.
It all adds up.
You know
the
what?
Math is mathing.
Everything. Yeah. Every path is converging right. It just depends on which strand that Loki decides is going to be the one that's the main timeline.
Yeah. And it's up to him. Eventually.
Walsh, which one do you think it's going to be?
I got no idea.
All right. Let's get to
Luchasaurus.
Yeah. No, he was actually he appeared at a Knicks game, I believe, this past week. Still rocking the Luchasaurus Max in the crowd.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah.
My boy.
Boy's a worker. Love him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but something Walsh might have some knowledge on. SmackDown this week. SmackDown. Right off the bat, we got Damian Priest versus LA Knight, because they're, each wanting their the U.S. title or something at this point. I kind of forgot, honestly.
I feel like where the promo part was, where we got to see LA Knight walk past Damian getting up in what's his face's face, Solo and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
That was where this should have ended. That should have been enough, and then that was it.
Yeah.
That's all I needed. The match didn't have to happen.
No. Well, it basically didn't happen because Solo causes a DQ. So that's 2 this week?
I'm so tired of disqualifications. It keeps happening. We're post WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well,
they shouldn't be happening. Walsh, did you watch this match?
I didn't.
Okay, so the match itself was not bad overall. It was mid. It was a mid-level match, because it felt like these guys were still gassed from WrestleMania, which is fine. Yep, yeah, understandable even.
I've seen the footage of Damian Priest at the after parties. I get it.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. He had trouble getting up on that post near the end of that match, man. He could barely get up to the top. He took his time.
Oh yeah.
But that pissed me off a lot, the disqualifications. I'm tired of it. But what didn't piss me off, Alex, is what you were trying to do, was segue into something. Was a pretty good match by Pretty Deadly v. Fraxium.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, wonderful debut for Fraxium last week, following it up with just a hard-hitting what the fuck match against Pretty Deadly. My god, was it Kit Wilson or the other one? Why am I blanking on his name?
Elton Prince. Yeah.
Which one got busted the fuck up and was bleeding like a fucking stuck pig?
I think it was Kit.
Yeah, because he rolled to the outside eventually.
That was a real, yeah. So that blood was real. That wasn't a blood. So that was real. I asked Christina when we were watching if she wanted to rewind, and she good. I was like, he was gushing. He was gushing. That wasn't fake. That motherfucker was doing everything he could to keep the blood in his mouth. When he kneeled up and was going like this, his hands filled with blood.
Yeah, he's gonna need stitches for sure.
Yeah. That hit was gnarly, and it doesn't look like it would be when you watch it. It doesn't actually look like that bad.
That's just what happens sometimes.
It was just the perfect spot, man. The dude got busted the fuck open. That match ended quick.
Yeah, smartly. And Nathan Frazier doing something his mentor Seth Rollins can never do, and that's winning a match with a Phoenix Splash.
Yeah.
Because they never let Seth hit that move.
God damn that. So that dude, he was the highlight of this match in general. Frazier, man, that was insane. Like,
dude,
he was so fast.
He's another one of them. He's got like Sonic. He's like superhuman speed. You can't keep him restrained.
Okay, all right. Dream team here, boys. Dream team here, boys.
Yeah.
If they're not gonna bring up Axiom with Frazier, what you need to WWE better fucking listen to this. You need to team up Braun Breaker with motherfucking Frazier, okay? And you need to make a Sonic and Tails duo, right? Nathan Frazier has the hair already, where you could put it in a ponytail and act like it's Sonic. He could jump around all real high and shit and make it look like it's whipping around and like he's flying. Especially with what we saw where he did that jump into the like DDT or whatever. Is that the Phoenix Splash?
No,
I don't know what the fuck that was.
It was a springboard into a DDT. He did a springboard moonsault into a DDT. Yeah.
My brain couldn't comprehend what the fuck I saw. Just to be clear, my brain couldn't handle what I saw. It was insane. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Like, you need to team these two up because he's another. He might not have the weight behind him to be able to knock the ring off of its position, like Breaker, but that motherfucker can move.
Yeah, he is damn near light speed.
Insane.
But yeah, fucking kind of rad. When things go like kind of off script, kind of works. Love it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this was followed by some more action with The Miz. But he's going up against Aleister Black in something that should have been like probably half the time it was. But
quarter.
Yeah.
Nothing against Aleister Black. He looked great out there.
Yeah.
He looked great. I feel like he actually looks dangerous again.
He does.
Yeah. I mean, Walsh, answer me this, okay? When you have someone who calls himself him in your corner, when you have someone who has Dre in his corner,
Andre
the Giant, how do you lose?
A lot of things gotta go wrong.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah. Almost everything.
A lot of things went wrong. Yeah.
Like, stupid mistakes, not doing the right thing intentionally.
Yeah. A lot of that.
Yeah. That was this.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, there was some of that too. So Aleister Black looked great. I feel like pairing up with The Miz is a nice little ease in some way, sure, to bring him back into WWE. But I also feel like it's kind of like kicking him in the nuts because his skills are being wasted with The Miz.
It was a good opportunity to showcase to people what Aleister Black can do, in case they forgot, basically. That's what it was.
Yeah, but you need someone who's better at actually taking hits and remembers the spots that are gonna happen. Like, The Miz is bad. Like, nothing against The Miz. Like, you earned your spot, you earned your position, brother. No hate.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know. Like, you could have put him against Mello, and I would have been way more happy.
Which we'll probably get next week. Right?
Yeah, but now it's too late.
Yeah.
Like, what you need is the better one to lose, so that The Miz can go out there and give it his all as the backup character, and then still just get his butt whooped.
Yeah, just like one black mass to the fucking skull and it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
What match did a lot better to keep me entertained through man, you will be missed. One Miss Chelsea Green was the Piper Niven v reigning U.S. champ Zelina Vega match, boys.
Yeah. My God. Negative pop for Zelina Vega coming out at the beginning of this.
I hated that.
Like zero reaction whatsoever, right?
Yeah. Like, she deserves so much more. Like, she's put the time in, she's put the effort in, she's really improved her over in-ring experience too over the last like year and a half.
Yeah,
her matches are way different from a year ago. Like they're way
easily
better.
Yeah, and Piper Niven rules, so of course they're gonna put on a good match.
Yeah, I thought the match was good. I liked it. It wasn't. I think it needed more. Don't get me wrong. It needed more to it. But I blame management, boys. I feel like this is one of those that needed like another 5 to 6 minutes.
See, I'm gonna disagree. I don't think it needed that. But in the beginning of the match, they needed to move a little bit faster. There was a lot of time in between moves because I mean the story that they were telling was obviously Zelina Vega smaller, Piper Niven big, stronger. She's got to use her speed to get the advantage. I feel like there was too much time and they were moving just a little bit too slow to sell that story to me. You know.
I agree with that. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but
it didn't. I don't think it took away that much from the match overall, just because you had other people at play helping with the Riz and everything to go on.
Loved the all black get up for all of them too.
Dude,
Chelsea Green rocking the Jackie O.
The Jackie O boys. Knew it right away the moment I saw it. I think it's hilarious, and I love how she does it. Like her character doesn't understand how the U.S. like system works, so she thinks she can just use the Supreme Court to her advantage.
Yeah. Our proudest Canadian.
Yep. And I love how beforehand in that room, she's whining about the U.S. Championship, and literally Nick is like, none of us are American here in this room. I was fucking dying, boys. I was dying. But
Nick
I
Aldis
agree.
is
I think
probably my favorite GM right now.
he's been so much fun.
Yeah.
My only complaint is how they've been using him to tell the story that SmackDown lets anything go, and the show was made up that day during the show.
Yeah, because immediately after this, we got Rey Fenix versus Santos Escobar for I don't know, whatever reason. I kind of forgot.
I don't know the reason why, but it doesn't matter. This
was he was just trashing him because he lost to El Grande Americano? Is that it? Yeah,
that's how it started.
Yeah,
And because he was saying it should have been me out there. What Pablo. I keep saying Pablo Escobar. I always do that. I'm sorry, brother. I don't do it on purpose. That Santos said. I think he said it was supposed to be me out there because I would have beat him or something like that.
Yeah.
Because Santos will do dirty tricks to win, whereas Rey is being played off as like a heel or as a face right now.
Oh yeah, totally.
So
interesting start on this one too, because there was a lot of like more mat-based stuff rather than anything like fast or high flying with them. A lot of chops,
I felt like this was I felt like this was more of like it felt more there was a grudge to it. I know we got that kind of feeling pre-match, but they really let it shine in this. This was storytelling. It was great storytelling.
Definitely
Santos
something to
is
build
the type
off of.
because he's the type where he could play the delusional bad guy who thinks he's the
He's always been. They've been doing kind of like a mob boss thing with him though, forever. It seems like. I think it's time to move past that.
Well, think of it like this though. Some people might not have liked the show, but the Luke Cage show, that was on Netflix, and I think it's on Disney Plus now. What's his face? That
Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth, who like knew he was a bad guy, but was trying to be a good guy in some ways, like for the community and stuff. Like there's rules to this shit and all that. That's kind of how I feel Santos hit.
Well,
he looks in the mirror and sees something different than what is actually there.
Yeah, he's got his own weird moral code that he lives by, type of thing.
Yeah. And it works, and I think it worked in this match too. He kind of let it be known that like, I don't fucks with you. You did that wrong. I would have beat him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my anger out on you in the ring.
Something else that worked was Randy Orton coming out to do a promo on John Cena leading up to Backlash. Just solid all around. Like nothing like super crazy standout or mind blowing stuff, but just real good, solid, clean promo work here.
We got a very clippable moment, Alex. A very clippable moment.
What are you talking about when you hugged that kid?
You're just another. Well, that was actually a clip of moment. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that was actually very cool. That was cute. But but no, when he stared at the camera and said, "You're just another legend I have."
Yeah.
Or take out.
Yeah,
or whatever.
another legend killer return.
Yeah.
And once again, we got another threat of him punting somebody's head off, which I love.
Dude. Okay. I feel like they're playing this very well with the idea what John is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that because I feel like we don't necessarily need the voices to tell him what to do. We all know that this is just what you need to do, whether or not the voices are saying to do it.
Mm-hmm. No, the voices that are telling them to do it are the people in the crowd.
Oh yeah, well everybody wants to see it. I bring back the punt. Accidentally really punt him. Go ahead.
Well,
no, I as much as I bitch about this run with Cena, I'm still intrigued by it. I want to know where it goes. So,
yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job. Both of them are doing a great job of building a match that we're going to see this weekend at Backlash. That's going to be boring as shit night of. I'm calling it now. It's going to be boring as shit right up until the end. Okay?
He said this last week too.
Yeah. I'm going to say it next week after we watch it too.
It's going to be right.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to be right. Yeah. But at the end of the day, though, I feel like this will cement Randy Orton as the one. This match will cement him as the one to eventually take the belt off his. I feel like Cena wouldn't want to drop the belt to anyone.
See, I don't know. It could be anybody. And there's still a killer's row of opponents for him to face on his final run. You know?
You know who I would actually like to take the belt off him in a shocking twist, boys?
Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Actually,
fantastic.
Yes. Like, not
That's
take
what I
the
want.
deal. Like, not actually take the deal, but still go after it anyways.
I'd be all for that. That'd be rad.
I would like give us a Sami Zayn title run for a while, man. I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else I'm here for with a title run?
Would that be is it time for Tiffany Stratton? Tiffy time?
It is, boys.
Mm-hmm.
We got a real weird shakeup. Another on the spot, boys.
Yeah, there was they built to this in the beginning-ish section of the show for whatever reason, but we're getting Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton teaming up against Naomi and Nia Jax because reasons.
They did the bare fucking minimum to get us to believe why this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it still worked. It still worked pretty much. I don't like Nia's whole reason for coming back after Tiffy. I feel like this is kind of played out. They should do something new with her. But if they're going to do something with her, like, I'm glad that there's been this impromptu team up with Naomi. It helps Nia look better.
I mean, this was kind of the perfect match for her and Jade to be in there with Naomi and Tiffany Stratton, because there was like tons of work to hide everybody's weaknesses and nothing but showing their strengths off. That's all it was. It was just, let's make everybody look as good as possible out here. That's what this whole thing was.
I feel like what this did at the end of the day was show why Jade actually. And I feel like when she does have that belt, she's gonna set a record run with it.
I'm okay if she doesn't. Like, we don't always need super long, title reigns to cement somebody. But
I
could
just
be.
feel like it's inevitable, boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's my view of it, because I'm a big stan of Jade Cargill. I have been since AEW.
Yeah.
She there's just something about her. I feel like she's one of those. She could be a Cena type.
I mean, yeah. It's actually incredibly accurate because she's got the star power, she's got the presence, she's got the look. Not that great in the ring, but still.
Not always.
but can still, put in the work for it, at least. Try to. Not really going to progress too much. And that's okay. You don't have to be, incredibly amazing to go far in the business, even if you're severely limited. I mean, look at Undertaker. Undertaker coasted off of years of doing nothing but a tombstone pile driver and that fucking old school walk on the ring ropes.
Yep.
He's a legend for it.
And then a choke slam eventually.
Oh yeah, the choke
too.
slam. Yeah.
Yeah, the choke slam eventually was what took over the pile driver when he wasn't allowed to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wrestling though.
Yeah.
That's everything I watched. So.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a chance to watch Collision yet. I literally watched SmackDown this morning. I'm not even joking.
We started SmackDown last night. I finished it this morning.
Yeah. But
yeah,
we do have Backlash in St. Louis coming up here. Main title is John Cena versus Randy Orton, but we're also getting Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental. We're getting Pat versus Gunther, and we're also getting the probably show stealer of the Fatal 4-Way match for the U.S. title, Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre.
I feel like we already did that.
Yeah,
because we did. Because we did. We already did this match,
and it was great. We're doing it again. God damn it!
It's slapped. But I just find it hilarious. They're like, you know what? It's only been a month. Let's do it again.
Yeah,
we're gonna do this every month now.
They're like, Jacob, I'm sorry, boy.
Matches will continue until morale improves, Derek. Right?
It's not improving.
No, it's not
improving. Oh god, I don't mind this happening. Yes, but I feel like as soon as LA Knight loses this, because he's gonna, Jacob Fatu's retaining. There's just no question about that in my mind. He needs to move up the card finally. Like, stop making him go after this belt. Stop.
Derek, I'm gonna break your heart right now because here's what's gonna happen. LA Knight is gonna take the pin from Drew McIntyre, so Jacob Fatu is going to lose, and Jacob Fatu is going to move up the card, and LA Knight's going to stay exactly where he is, and then Drew McIntyre is going to run with the belt, or it'll be Priest. It'll be one of the two. Just to f with you specifically.
Yep.
Mother.
I like it.
Whoa! Hey, now
I approve.
Can we have a Solo Sikoa victory somehow out of this? Can we just have that?
I mean, Solo's probably going to screw him over. Watch.
Can we just have Solo somehow actually win the belt in this match, even though not being a part of it?
Probably. I mean, the rules are pretty arbitrary, and we can just make whatever happen whenever we want in wrestling. That's just what happens.
Hey, can I take away your number one contenders match from you, please, so that I can do a Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? Wait, can I do that twice to you, actually?
Third time's the charm.
The one thing I wanted out of this was for Drew McIntyre to have a reaction, because he was not involved in any of the discussions during the show this week, and just to him to like post on like fucking like, I don't know, Instagram or whatever, like, why he say fuck on me for? Like, what I do?
I was looking for a reaction from him. He didn't get one. I was surprised.
It should have been a reaction of him holding one of his cats and be like, you hear what they're saying? Why are they so mad?
What I do?
Why are you so mad?
Yeah.
Why we have to do this? I'm just at home chilling. Why? I had a week
my
off.
action figure has rocket boots.
Love it. Oh. Yeah, but that's this week in wrestling. God, a lot of news and only some shit to talk about this real week, and when it comes between in the ropes, you know.
Yeah.
We'll have more to talk about next week because we got Backlash, and then we've got the next thing, and the next thing after that, and the thing after that. We'll see.
All the things.
All the things.
Coming up soon.
Fastlane.
Y'all need to watch AEW Dynamite on Wednesday the 14th, because you might see your boy holding up a sign.
Derek's gonna be there for the steel cage, dude.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna be there for the steel cage, boys.
Dude.
And I'm gonna do everything I can to try and get it with someone. So
Okay.
we'll see what I can get done.
Regardless, take lots of photos. I want to hear all about it on the podcast following, because that's gonna rule.
Yep.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get Mox's blood on me from a distance.
Yeah.
Because that's inevitable. So.
I mean, he's gonna go for like a dive or something where he's just bleeding from the top of his head, and Samoa Joe's is gonna do his walk away spot, hit the mat, and just gonna go. Psh. everywhere. Pink mist.
Ooh. And if you comment down on the video below, if you're watching this on YouTube, give me some ideas to throw on my sign, so you all can pick it. I'll pick the best one, the one I think is my favorite, and I'll put that on my sign.
Yeah. And, tag us on social media if you see Derek at the show, at Night Off Pod on all the social medias. I
will be wearing Night Off gear, so...
Just post in the comments, steel cage, steel cage, steel cage.
Hell yes.
Bring a steel cage mug.
It's less of a sign and more of a giant scroll that just unravels and just keeps saying steel cage.
Derek, I'm not gonna dox this person, but literally while you were saying that, someone did buy a steel cage mug. I'm not gonna dox them.
Love it.
Yeah, that shifter.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you are. We appreciate you. But that's gonna do it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week with Backlash spoilers, basically. Until then, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all engagement, hit all the buttons. Visit our merch store, link in the description below. Leave a comment. Tell Derek what you want on his sign, please. We'd love it.
As long as it's not something that will get me kicked out. Let's make that has to be a rule. It can't get me kicked out.
Yeah. Derek, use your own discretion. Come on, man.
No,
all right.
I said I picked the one that wins. What if the one I like the most is actually the bad one?
That's your own fault then. It's on you.
Yeah,
the
that's
onus is
happen.
on you. Let's say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Buenas noches, night shift.
We'll see ya.
Sign me, daddy.
Hulk Hogan.
The Hulk Hogan.